knowing the damage that it does to your children and your children's children for generations to come. And everyone else can know about it too. It could be public knowledge. But we don't have to do anything about it because you don't have any political power. That is the message there. And he can go in and endorse Joe Biden. Like, it is absolutely insane. So Snyder and the Republican-led Congress rammed through a new version. So pretty much, to give you a little bit more details about his administration's handling of the Flint water crisis, the way it happened, I believe, was his emergency manager law. The people of Michigan rejected a similar law on the ballot in 2012. When that happened, Snyder and the Republican-led Congress just rammed through a new version that couldn't be rejected by voters. Then when the emergency management in the city of Flint made a disastrous decision to switch the water supply, which led to drinking water being poisoned with lead, harming thousands. So a bombshell Vice report published earlier this year suggests that the coordinated years-long cover-up of the crisis goes all the way to Snyder, who may have known about the crisis much earlier than he testified. Unsurprisingly, of course, Snyder's public profile is soured in the wake of the crisis. He's called for a return to civility in political discourse. That is why. If you wonder why I don't trust people who say we need to return to civility, that's why, because these are the type of people who say it. So $600 million settlement for the victims in August. Snyder off the hook. Now Democrats are fine with rehabilitating with him, and they celebrated it. They touted this endorsement. It was on Joe Biden's Twitter. It was literally on Joe Biden's. And this is again, I have to laugh when people like this get mad at Bernie Sanders for touting an endorsement by Joe Rogan. It is just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Even Snyder's predecessor, the Democratic Governor Jennifer Granholm, joined in the celebration. It is just absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting what he did to not only to the town, but the fact that he's going to get away with it too. And of course, no, he didn't get away with it. He was charged today, finally. Criminal charges have been announced. Together, the group, which includes him and one other current official, they've been charged. They face 42 counts related to the drinking water catastrophe roughly 7 years ago. The crimes range from perjury to misconduct in office to involuntary manslaughter, baby. That is what I'm talking about. The drinking water debacle is linked to at least 12 deaths, at least 80 people sick with Legionnaire's disease after untreated water from the generational brain defects as well from the Flint River caused led to leach from a bunch of old pipes, poisoning the majority of Black City's water system. Snyder, a Republican who left office 2 years ago, is facing 2 counts of willful neglect, both misdemeanors, which carry a maximum prison sentence of 1 year in prison and a fine of up to $1,000. It should be a lot more, but oh well, what are you going to get? Jared Agin has been charged with 1 count of perjury. Gerard Agin, former director of communications and former chief of staff for executive office of Governor Rick Snyder. He was charged with 1 count of perjury. The former emergency manager, 4 counts of misconduct in office, each a 5-year felony and or a $10,000 fine. These people, they deserve it all, and more. Richard Baird, former transportation manager and senior advisor to Snyder, 1 count of perjury, 15-year penalty, 1 count of official misconduct in office, a 5-year fine, 5-year felony, 20-year felony, all in one. Howard, former City of Land emergency manager, Joe Ernie, charged with 3 counts of misconduct in office. Like, the charges keep going on and on and on. It's absolutely ridiculous. Prosecutors said all these defendants turned themselves into Genesee County, Michigan jail and were processed. At the Michigan briefing announcing the charges, Wayne County prosecutor Kim Worthy said the investigation included poring over literally millions and millions of documents and several electronic devices. She added that it also involved dozens of search warrants and countless hours worked by investigators during the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. So thank God they finally came and arrested these criminals. But here's something that, again, you should never forget. Never forget. Joe Biden and the Democratic Party, including Barack Obama, by the way, embraced these people, covered it up, and lied to Flint. Why? Because they thought they were expendable. Because they thought they were completely expendable. That is the truth. And that is something, a pretty good reason in my mind to keep watching the Democrats like hawks throughout all 4 years. And no matter what happens, no matter how crazy Trump gets, we need to hold these people accountable. And SWRN is going to be the place where you will go for that.